The first week I moved into my new apartment on the north side of Chicago, everything felt normal. Quiet neighborhood, old building, thin walls, the kind where you can hear your neighbors walking above you late at night. But on the third night, something started happening. Something small at first, so small I almost ignored it, until it became impossible to ignore. It was around 2:49 a.m. I woke up for no reason, just suddenly awake, staring at the ceiling. The room felt too quiet, like something had pulled me out of sleep. And then, 2:50 a.m., I heard it. 3 soft knocks on my front door. Not loud, not aggressive, just calm, controlled, like someone standing there, waiting. I frowned, confused. No one visits at that hour. I sat up, listening carefully. Then I called out, "Yeah, who is it?" No answer. Not even a shuffle. Not even breathing. Just silence. After a few seconds, I told myself I imagined it, until it happened again the next night. Same time, same 3 knocks, same silence. That's when it started bothering me, because now it wasn't random. It was a pattern, something deliberate. On the third night, I decided to check. I got up slowly, walked to the door, and looked through the peephole. Nothing. Just an empty hallway, a dim yellow light, shadows stretching across the carpet. I opened the door, still nothing. No footsteps, no sound, no one. And that's when I noticed something strange. The floor outside my door was completely clean. Not normal clean, unnaturally clean, like no one had walked there in hours. Not even dust disturbed, not a single footprint. That didn't make sense, because even in a quiet building, there are always signs that people exist. But this looked like the hallway itself was being avoided. I closed the door slowly, trying to explain it away, but deep down, something felt wrong. Something about the timing, the silence, the emptiness. By the 4th night, I was waiting for it, lying awake, watching the time, heart beating faster with every passing minute. 2:50 a.m. Right on time. The knocking came again. 3 slow taps, perfectly spaced. This time, I didn't speak. I just listened, holding my breath. And then, I heard it. A soft exhale, breathing right outside the door. Slow, careful, like it didn't want to be heard. A chill ran down my spine, because I knew something was there, something real, standing just inches away, separated only by a thin wooden door. I stepped closer, my hand hovering over the handle. For a moment, I almost opened it, but something stopped me. Something instinctive, a warning. Instead, I leaned closer and whispered, "What do you want?" Silence. Then, a voice, dry, strained, unnatural. "Open the door." The way it said it made my stomach twist, because it didn't sound human, not completely, like it was copying speech without understanding it. I stumbled back, heart racing. Then suddenly, the doorknob moved, just slightly, like something was testing it. When it didn't open, the knocking started again, faster this time, more urgent. Then it stopped. Silence. The next morning, I checked the hallway again. Nothing. Still perfectly clean. No footprints, no marks, nothing to prove anything had been there. And that's when it hit me. If something was coming to my door every night, why wasn't it leaving any trace? By the 5th night, it got worse. The knocking didn't stop after 3 taps. It continued, slow, deliberate, waiting. And when I stayed silent, the voice came again. Closer now, clearer. "I know you're awake." My blood ran cold, because it was right. I was awake, sitting there, listening, frozen. Then it said something that made everything feel wrong. "Why don't you ever open the door?" There was something in the tone, not anger, not frustration, something else. Curiosity, like it was learning, like it was adapting, watching me, understanding me. That night, I didn't sleep at all. The next morning, I went downstairs and spoke to the building manager, an older man who had been there for years. And when I told him everything, his expression changed. Not confusion, not disbelief, recognition. The first thing he asked me was, "Have you opened the door yet?" I said no. He exhaled slowly, relieved. Then he told me something I wish I had never heard. Years ago, another tenant lived in my apartment. He heard the same knocks every night, same time. At first he ignored them, just like me, but eventually he opened the door. And after that, he was never seen again. No struggle, no evidence, nothing. Just gone. The only strange detail, that night, the hallway outside his apartment had no footprints. None. As if no one had ever been there. That night, I locked my door, pushed a chair against it, turned on every light, and waited. 2:50 a.m. The knocking started again. Louder now, more aggressive, like something was losing patience. Then the voice came, sharp, closer, too close. "You're still here." My chest tightened, because it didn't sound like it was outside anymore. And then I heard something behind me, inside the apartment. A floorboard creaked, slowly. I froze. That was impossible. Whatever was knocking was outside. I hadn't opened the door. It couldn't be inside. But then, another step. Closer. And that's when I realized something that still keeps me awake at night. There were no footprints outside my door, because it had never been there. I turned slowly, heart pounding. For a split second, I saw something in the reflection of the TV screen, something tall, standing behind me. I spun around. Nothing. Just an empty room, silent, still. Then the knocking stopped. The voice disappeared. Everything went quiet, like nothing had ever happened. But I knew better. Something had changed. Something had gotten closer. I didn't wait. The next day, I packed my things and left. Never looked back. But even now, sometimes, late at night, I hear it again. 3 soft knocks. Not on the door, but somewhere inside the room. And every time I do, I remember what the manager told me before I left. It doesn't leave footprints because it doesn't need to walk.